Mr. Wright here. I'm going to explain how to oil the valves of the tuba, same as the trumpet, euphonium and all that. But be very careful. See this stem right here? I'm kind of undoing this on purpose. I found several of these almost completely out. You don't want to untwist these. You always want to keep these screwed down pretty tight, just snug, like that one was real loose. Just keep that screwed down because this could come out of the piston that's on the inside. But we're going to back this valve cap off. This is the one thing we're going to back out. And there's a spring underneath this piston right here, that's still down there. I've got the tuba angled up a little bit so that doesn't come out. But I'm going to take this out. And of course, when we oil the valves, I wipe it off completely. I put one thin line of oil on there and I spread it out with my fingers, as I've demonstrated in some other videos. I'm having to hold the phone right now and do this. But then once you put it back in there, on this particular model, this is a Jupiter, there's a valve guide. You see that little Teflon piece that's sticking out right there? That's got to be aiming toward that little tiny piece right there sticking out, has got to go inside of a little groove that's on the inside, and you can maybe see it right there. See that little notch on the far side of the valve casing? It's got to slide inside of that. Sometimes the valve stem, though, gets backed out, like I was showing you at first. The stem going into the, and then of course that valve, this Teflon piece, the valve guide will back out. You want to make sure there's a little notch and a hole in the top. There's a hole in top of the piston that this Teflon piece fits into, to where that valve guide is sticking outside a little bit. It's protruding from the valve. But we want to fit that back inside here after you've oiled it. I can't oil it with one hand. And let me see what I'm doing here. All right, so there's the valve guide, and of course that notch that's got to fit in was on the far side. So I'm going to get it close, and then I'm going to turn it clockwise until it slides in. I'm going to hold it down with my finger. Now I'm going to back up first, and I just felt it go beyond the threads. Like I'm going to go all the way around one more time, but I'm backing it up, and I felt it click beyond the threads. This one has almost been stripped out because they tried to screw it on tight, and it was crooked. But you want to feel it. There we go. Well, I wish I could hold it with two hands. There we go. And now I feel like I think it's sitting there on there square. Not really feeling that good, but it's been stripped out a little bit, so that's why it's not going on there so well. If it rattles when you take it off, like for instance, if I back it up a little bit and it's rattling like that, just screw it down a little bit and it becomes silent. But be very careful about putting these valve caps, this little piece right there, the valve cap. Like I said, always start it backwards a little bit like this, then you feel it go beyond the threads, then go down and turn it clockwise, facing down that way. Hopefully that will help you.